Good morning, ladies. Welcome to County Court at Law number 2. My name is Judge Terrence Holmes. I'm presiding judge here in County Court at Law number 2. This morning, we have two dockets. We have an announcement docket and our motion to revoke probation docket. When I call your name, please come forward with your attorney. If your attorney is not here, then we would ask that we will actually wait for your attorney to arrive because your attorney may be in another court handling another matter. If you're not represented by an attorney, then when we call your name, you'll come up to the bench by yourself. Okay, everyone that's on Zoom, make sure your mics are on mute. We have your name, and when your name is called, you will ask that you come, we'll ask you to take your mic off of mute. And if your attorney is not here, we'll wait for your attorney to arrive. Okay, Mr. Cochran, please put your mic on mute. I can see it's not on mute. If you don't know how to mute it, I'll mute it for you. Okay, thank you. Christopher Stroder. Mr. Stroller, your full name is Christopher Stroller.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Stroller?
Pretty good. You?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Stroller, you're represented by your attorney, Michael Catt. Attorney Catt, how are you doing?
I'm good, Judge. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. The state is represented in this case by Attorney Andrew Hill. Attorney Hill, how are you doing?
Doing well, Judge, himself.
I'm fine. And the probation office is represented in this case by Mr. Garrett Gillum. Mr. Gillum, how are you doing? Mr. Hubel, what, do y'all have an agreement in this case or recommendation?
At this point, state has discussed with probation office. Defendant has completed his community service, is currently paying on his probation, is only behind a couple $100, and if he continues to report, then that would take care of the administrative allegations in this case. So we'd like to give him the opportunity to do that. There is still the issue of the allegations involving Orange County, so we do want to leave it open at this time, but if he continues to pay, like keep his payments up and consistently reports with Jefferson County, then it would go a long way in our decision making.
Okay, now let me ask Mr. Gillum this question.
Yes, sir.
Is he still behind on his payments or?
Yes, sir. He's $200 behind.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. He's $200 behind. He has paid a substantial amount to this point. He's on probation until January 25th.
Of 2025?
Yes, sir. He's
Okay.
still on probation and would like to allow him to continue to complete. He's completed his community service. we'd like a reset to,
Now, let me ask you, how much a month is he required to pay on his probation fees?
sir, his monthly payment is $200.
Okay,
Actually, the $200 that, when I said he's $200 behind, I need to correct myself. That $200 is for this month.
oh,
I'm sorry.
okay, so
I'm
this
sorry.
money is
I
not
didn't-
completed. Okay, so he's not behind on his payment
No, sir.
technically because
No,
he has
goes
until
for
the
this
end of the month. Okay. Okay. So, now he has a matter in Orange County.
Yes, Your Honor, and just to bring everybody up to speed on that, we have an announcement on that case Monday, I believe. It's in County Court of Law number 2, I believe, in Orange County Judge Johnson's court. And I'll report back, Andrew, to you guys what happens with that case, but I anticipate trying to do something. Obviously, he would just, assuming that's a probation case, he would be on probation there longer than in this court.
Okay, so how long do you think we need to reset this case?
60 days.
Fun state.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, give us a 60-day reset. Okay, this case will be reset to December 11th, 2024. Mr. Stroder, your attorney is going to get your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. Mr. Cat, once you get your
Thank
reset,
you.
you're free to go and you have a
Good to
blessed day.
see
Nice
you.
seeing you. Carlton Ford. Mr. Ford, your full name is Carlton Joseph Ford
Third.
the third. How are you doing, Mr. Ford?
No, fine.
That's good. Let's see. Mr. Ford, you appeared in court on August the 20th of 2024. And at that time, you indicated to the court that you wanted to hire your own attorney. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, I was, but I couldn't afford it, so I was hoping that if I could get one today.
Okay, you want to see if,
Full-appointed.
so you want to apply for full-appointed attorney? Okay, just have a seat and we'll get the paperwork out to you. All right. That you, then you'll put your initials on the second line to the left. If your choice is to request or ask for a court-appointed attorney, then you'll place your initials on the third line to the left. If your choice is, well, if you've already been appointed a court-appointed attorney, which you haven't, then you will place your initials on the fourth line to the left and the name of the attorney on the line to the right. If your choice is to waive your right to an attorney, which means to give up your right to an attorney and represent yourself, then you will place your initials on the fifth line to the left. Now, once you have finished initialing one of the 5 lines, and in your case, you want to apply for a court-appointed attorney, you will initial line number 3. And then you will sign your name on the line that is titled, at the bottom of that document, that's titled defendant, and you will date it today's date, October 9th of 2024. Okay, do you have any questions? Okay, just go have a seat and finish. When you finish filling those documents out, let us know, and then we'll call you back up. All right. Mr. Jeffries, you have one?
I'm putting some work in.
Okay, okay. Mr. Boudreaux,
Yes, sir.
you have Zakedra Freddie.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Freddie, would you please come forward? Okay, I'm gonna need a prosecutor, just hold on a minute. Okay, we had 2 cases, cause numbers 24 CCCR 2404, cause number 24 CCCR 2405. Both cases are style of state of Texas versus Zakedra Janice, Freddie. Mr. Freddie, how you doing? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Ms. Freddie, you represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Donald Boudreaux. Attorney Boudreaux, how are you doing?
Yes, fine, sir.
That's good. And the state is represented in this case by Attorney Haley Simmons. Ms. Simmons, how are you doing?
Great, Judge. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Now, Mr. Boudreaux, what is your announcement in Ms. Freddie's case?
Your Honor, with your permission, we'd like to talk to the DA just
Okay.
a moment.
That's fine. I'll put a hold on the case and give you and your attorney an opportunity to talk to the prosecutor. All right, y'all can have a seat.
This case, you should have it.
Just have a seat down there and we'll talk.
It is Mr. Peoples' case. He should have an opportunity.
Okay, this is Tyler Jacob Schofield.
Yes, sir. I was gonna inform the court. I believe he's in drug court this morning. I was gonna walk over there and
There
If
see
is-
what the status of the case.
He's on the MTRP docket this morning, in drug court.
Okay,
Kevin Lane's his defense attorney on the phone.
okay, so you're gonna just find out what's going on with it?
And
Okay, that's fine. Jenny Barlow. Ms. Barlow, your full name is Jenny Lanequa Barlow? Laniqua Barlow? How are you doing, Ms. Barlow? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Hey, Ms. Barlow, you represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Benjamin Jeffries. Ms. Jeffries, how are you doing?
Doing well, Your Honor. Thank you.
That's good. State is representing this case by Attorney Gasper. Ms. Gasper, how are you doing?
Good, Judge. Thank you.
Now, Mr. Jeffries, what is your announcement in Ms. Barlow's case?
We would ask for just a 2 or 3 week reset and give Ms. Barlow an opportunity to complete the class in exchange for a dismissal.
Okay. So give us a 2 or 3 week reset,
How long?
2 or 3 weeks. She's has to complete a class.
That'll be the 30th, October 30th.
Okay, that's good.
That's good.
She gonna to complete a class. Okay, now Ms. Barlow, gonna get your reset from your attorney. Once you get your reset, you're free to go. And Mr. Jeffries, once you get your reset, you're free to go as well. And you have a
Thank you.
blessed day.
Your Honor, you have a good one.
All right, thank you. Anybody? Barlow.
The line. On page 5.
You said Santiago, or it's more of a Provo's client. Wonder if Marvin is in the courthouse. Hmm? Okay. Well, you know what? He might already have, hold on a minute. Don't worry about that. No, to be able to. Sorry. Oh, I can't hear. Get the salary. Alton Ford. Mr. Ford, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Ford, do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Mr. Ford, I have before me two documents. The first document is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. Do you recognize this document? Is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? And are these your initials on the line that state you'd like to apply for a court-appointed attorney? The next document I have is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence. Do you recognize this document? On page 2 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant Signature. Is this your signature? Now, Mr. Ford, before you signed and initialed these documents, did you read the documents? Okay, you understood everything in these documents to the best of your ability? Okay. Now, is everything in these documents true and correct? Okay, Mr. Ford, I read your answers. Based on your answers, you meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney, and the attorney that will be appointed to represent you in this case is Attorney Joel Vasquez. Attorney Vasquez will be given information to contact you, and you will be given information to contact him. Our court coordinator will give you that information. Once she gives you that information, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day. Please have a seat in that first chair on the wall and wait for your name to be called. Yes.
I have a problem, man. I have to get a court reset.
Your case is gonna be reset. Mr. Vasquez is gonna be given information to contact you, and you're gonna be given information to contact him. Now, the court coordinator is gonna tell you everything that you need to do and what's gonna happen. Okay, regarding the contact between you and your attorney. All right, just have a seat in that first chair, and you have a blessed day. Oh, Mr. Reynolds?
Yes, sir. Schofield. He has a pending motion to revoke probation in the drug court. He was over there this morning. He also has a new pending indictment, which is yet to be filed. So according to his attorney, the drug court's gonna
Reset the case?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Not like our case.
Once we reset it with the felonies?
Yes.
Okay, so you're free to go. Once they do that, our court coordinator will check the computer and send notice to you and your bonds.
Okay.
So you're free to go. You have a blessed day.
All right. Thank you, Judge.
Next case is Marco Antonio Carrillo.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Lawrence. This is cause number 24CCCR 0806. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Marco Antonio Carrillo. Mr. Carrillo, is that your full name?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Carrillo, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Carrillo, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Carrillo, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Carrillo?
Yes, fine, how are you, sir?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Carrillo, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Jack Lawrence. Attorney Lawrence, how are you doing?
Just fine, Your Honor.
And Mr. Lawrence, do you waive a record in Mr. Carrillo's case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Carrillo, I have before me a document that is titled Information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, Mr. Carrillo, it alleges that you, Marco Antonio Carrillo, on or about May 12th of 2023, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated with an open container while you were operating a motor vehicle in a public place in Jefferson County, Texas. Mr. Carrillo, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes,
And to this charge, Mr. Carrillo, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
no contest.
Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Please. No contest. Yes.
Okay, and no contest means that you're not fighting or contesting the charges, and that's why you're pleading no contest?
Yes.
Okay, now, Mr. Carrillo, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. This document is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Now, Mr. Carrillo, there's one box that's checked here. The box that's checked states that this is a Class B misdemeanor, but DWI, but because it's a Class D misdemeanor DWI with an open container, the minimum, I'll just tell you what the range of punishment is for a Class B misdemeanor DWI. The range of punishment is minimum 6 days to a maximum of 180 days in the county jail, a fine that does not exceed $2,000, or you can be given both such fine and confinement. Do you understand the range of punishment for a Class B DWI with an open container? Okay, on page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials on the line next to boxes check nolo contendere. The initials are MC. Now, nolo contendere means no contest. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes.
On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes.
And on the next document that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yeah.
At the top of this document, there are two boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargaining case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement? The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement? Have another document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Carrillo, before you signed and initial these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes.
And did you understand it, everything that your attorney went over?
Yes.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Carrillo, are you a citizen of the United States?
My legal residence.
Okay, hold on a minute. What country are you from?
Mexico.
Mexico? Your attorney is gonna go over this form with you. He's gonna go over the top part. And the last question we'll ask, do you want us to notify your consular officers at this time? And you could either circle yes or no. Okay. All right, Mr. Lawrence, would you, you can go over that document with your client in the back and we'll call you back up.
Okay, we'll go back in that back room.
Okay. Next case is, well, next two cases is on the same defendant, Ethan Cole Cochran. Mr. Cochran is appearing via Zoom. His attorney, Mr. Paget, is also appearing Zoom. Mr. Cochran, how are you doing?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking, Mr. Cochran. You represented in your cases by your attorney, Attorney James Paget. Attorney Paget, how are you doing?
Doing well. Good morning, Your Honor.
And Mr. Paget, what is your announcements in Mr. Cochran's case?
Your Honor, discovery has not been completed. We're getting close, but we do not have not reviewed the videos. I'm not going to be able to make an announcement right now. You would give me a reset. We should have an offer, and he and I should have evaluated the evidence by that point.
Okay, give us a reset date. Okay, this case will be reset to November 3rd. Well, these cases will be reset to November 13th of 2024. Mr. Cochran, your attorney, your bondsman will get notice of your resets. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. You're free to go, and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Paget, I think these are your only two cases in this court.
Yes,
You
Your
are
Honor.
free to go, and you have a blessed day.
You have a blessed day as well, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Oh, Mr. Galmore? Yes. Okay, hold on a minute. Okay. Court is in session on William B. Vallon. Mr. Vallon is present on Zoom. Mr. Vallon, am I pronouncing your last name correctly?
Vale.
It's very close. It's okay.
How do you pronounce it?
In Texas, Valon is fine. In Louisiana, Vale.
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 Okay.
Vale. French.
Okay, I'm from Louisiana too.
French Cajun judge.
Vale. Okay, now Mr. Vale, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Your attorney is Mr. Dustin Galmore. He's present in court. Mr. Galmore, how are you doing?
I'm great, Judge. How are you today?
I'm doing fine. Mr. Galmore, what is your announcement?
Judge, we're asking for another announcement date. There is a video that appears to not have been tendered to the district attorney's office that is very necessary in this case.
Okay,
So we're gonna see if we can find that.
okay, so you need to complete your discovery
That's right.
video. Okay, Mr. Vale, give us a reset date. Okay, this case, well, these cases will be reset to November 13th, 2024. Mr. Vale, your attorney and your bondsman will be given notice of your recess. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. You're free to go. And thanks, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you. You as well, Your Honor.
Okay, your next
I
case.
have one more, Judge. Can I hold
Yeah.
on that one?
Hold, okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. LeBlanc, I think you have Solomon. There's a note here that says Carl Sampson Solomon is in the LaSalle unit. Do we know if that has changed? That's the only,
I'm not certain about that, Your Honor. I do know that he said, today for MTRP sentencing in drug court.
oh, so he said in drug court. Okay, so we're gonna have him brought over when he finished in drug court. Okay. Okay. Ms. Gasper. Court is back in session and calls number 246 CCR 0806, case of style of state of Texas versus Marco Antonio Carrillo. Mr. Lawrence, may I have this document? Okay. Now, Mr. Carrillo, before the court went into recess, you stated that you were a citizen of Mexico. Is that correct?
Yes.
You're not a US citizen?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I have before me a document that is titled English Statement Number 1 for all foreign nationals except those from mandatory notification countries. And do you recognize this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is this your signature on the line
Yes.
that is titled signature and the
Yes,
defendant?
Your Honor.
And there's one word that circle here says no. And that's in response to the question that states, do you want us to notify your consular officers at this time? Is that correct? You said no. Okay. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, Mr. Mr. Carrillo, I'm gonna go back to the first set of documents that we went over on the tablet.
Okay.
At the bottom of this document that's titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments, there's a paragraph, the last paragraph is titled Citizenship. And I'm going to read this paragraph to you. It states, if you're not a US citizen, a plea of guilty or nolo contendere, which is no contest, may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I need your client to put his initials next to this paragraph.
Yes, he's been in the country, he's lived in the country here about 25 to 30 years, Your Honor.
Okay.
You want to initial that, then it's your name. Yeah,
Do you have his discovery? Thank you.
it's been a while since my international law course, but I thought that if he had been here 14, 15 years, there's just about no conflict on anything.
Well, of the abundance of caution, the law says if you're not a US citizen, that.
No, he's not a citizen.
Okay, so he has to be admonished on this. Now, Mr. Lawrence, pursuant to the case of Padilla versus Kentucky, have you advised your client to the consequences of him pleading guilty or no contest by virtue of him not being a citizen of the United States?
Well, to the extent there are consequences, I'm not aware of any.
No, my question was, did you advise your client as to the consequences of him pleading guilty or no contest by virtue of him not being a citizen of the United States.
I haven't actually gone into the possibility of deportation.
Okay, let me do this here. You could go in the back and you can go over that information with him before we go any further with the plea.
All right, Joe, I'll be happy to do that.
Okay,
Now, am I correct that the most that could happen would be deportation?
okay. Tyler Dominique Santiago. Miss Santiago, your full name is that Tyler Dominique Santiago? Tila?
Yes.
How are you doing, Miss Santiago?
I'm thinking, how are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Ms. Santiago, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Mark Provo. Ms. Provo, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, Ron.
Okay, and Ms. Provo, what is your announcement?
We would like to have, this case to remain an announcement after I would try and, see if she can, qualify for the big program.
BIP,
Oh, it'd be
anger management on this
Yeah.
one. BIP is family violence. It's not a family violence, that's all. Okay, so she has to submit a letter to the district attorney's office. Is that correct?
With
How do-
debt and anger management, it'd be to one of us.
Oh.
The prosecutor.
Okay. Give us a reset date. Give us a 30-day reset, so at that time we'll know whether or not she was placed or accepted into the anger management program.
November 13th.
Okay, this case will be reset November 13th, 2024. Anger management. Now, Miss Santiago, your attorney's gonna get your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Ms. Provo, once you get your reset, you're free to go as well and you have a blessed day. You're welcome.
And be excused.
Yes. Okay, this is cause number 24 CCCR 0422, case in style of State of Texas versus Sandha Harden. Mr. Harden is appearing via Zoom with his attorney. His attorney is also appearing Zoom, attorney Charles Rojas. Mr. Harden, you can take your mic off of mute. How are you doing, Mr. Harden?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, that's Miss Harden. Okay, now, Mr. Rojas.
Yeah, I just spoke with him.
Yeah, he's on Zoom. I'm looking at him on Zoom.
The reason I couldn't make it because my kids have RSV and I had the flu. So
Okay. Okay, well, we'll be praying that you and your kids have a full and speedy recovery.
yes, sir.
Okay, now, Mr. Rojas, what is your announcement in Miss Harden's case?
Yeah, Judge, I think another announcement, Ms. Harden's going to give me some information about her case. She's got some documentation she wants to get to me.
Okay.
She's been under the weather. She hasn't been able to get that to me yet, so hopefully by
Okay.
the next court day she will.
Okay, give us a reset date. Okay, this case will be reset to November 13th, 2024. Ms. Harden, attorney and your bondsman will be given notice of your reset date. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. And again, the court is praying that you and your family have a full and speedy recovery. You're free
Yes,
to
sir.
go, and you have a blessed day. And Mr.
Yes.
Rojas, I think this is your only case. Your reset will be sent to you, and you have a blessed day as well.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Mr.
Your Honor, I saw Mr. Galmore in the, coffee room. And, Mr. Gilthorpe in Mr. Galmore's firm is much more knowledgeable in this area. I did make some copies so you can have these copies for the, well, it's not really a record, but you could have these copies for the file if you like, if she doesn't want to object. I'll be
Copies of
happy to
what?
give- This is his, permanent resident card as well as
Understand-
his own social security.
Okay, he said he was a permanent resident. We're not debating that.
All right.
But the only question was did you advise him as to the requirements of Padilla versus Kentucky
Well, I-
regarding the consequences of him pleading guilty of no contest to this charge?
I would like to, see if we could contact Mr. Gilthorpe and perhaps find out if there's not a better way to do this.
Okay, so let's see, this is Mr. Carrillo. This case is gonna be reset to Monday at 9 o'clock to give you an opportunity, Mr. Lawrence, to research the law on that issue.
Yes, I think I need to.
Okay, let's do this here. We're gonna reset till October 14th of 2024. Give you opportunity to research. Or you can, the simple thing to do is pull a case of Padilla versus Kentucky. It lays out everything right in that case.
What's the name of the case?
Padilla versus Kentucky.
Oh, that's right. I remember that case. I remember that. That's exactly right. I'm glad you thought of that, Your Honor. And,
Okay,
how long will will he be having to have a bill that he flows into?
well, we hadn't gotten into none of that. We're not dealing with what the offer, the statement, we hadn't got that for yet. Because we're still in the guilt and innocence phase. You're talking punishment.
Well,
Okay, but I mean, I can't, the court does not get involved in any of the offers that's made by the state. And so it's highly inappropriate to talk about that issue at this juncture in the case. So right now, your case is gonna be reset. We said we're going back to square one, where he has not, we're gonna, I had not accepted his plea, so he has no plea to withdraw.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so we hadn't finished. So we're just gonna reset this case to Monday to give you an opportunity to research the law on Padilla versus Kentucky and any other things that you need to do, okay?
Mr. Lawrence, if you want to discuss the offer that's on the table, we can go in the back and do that.
What's your name again?
I'm Kyle
Huh?
Gasper.
I'll get your name in a minute.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you, Your Honor.
all right. Y'all just have a seat, and so this case is gonna be reset.
You'll need to come back on Monday, the 14th.
Okay, now we have Nathaniel Willie, which is set on Friday. And I see here. Let me get back. So you set on an announcement docket. Okay,
Yes.
okay, so
Last time we were here, we were having discussions and Ms. Simmons was having an issue
Ms. Simmons.
contacting. Or
Oh.
Sorry, Haley was having an
Oh.
issue contacting the complainant in the case. They still have not been able to get in contact with. the
Oh, so
complainant.
y'all need more time or something? Or what are we talking about?
Judge, we have multiple investigators trying to contact the
Okay,
victim. and I
okay,
just need
let's,
confirmation.
so you just need a 2-week reset?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, but then we're gonna keep it, huh?
Okay, you want Wednesday?
Yeah.
Yeah, but keep it in this month.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
2 weeks, but,
Yeah,
or a
so-
week and a half.
Yeah,
October 23rd, is that good, or October 3rd? Good for me, I'll be here. Hilarious.
the 23rd is 2 weeks. We could keep it right there.
Yeah, 23rd is good.
Okay, yeah, just, she'll get you reset. Once you get your reset, you're free to go.
Thanks, sir.
All right,
So which one, the 23rd?
Yes.
yeah. Court is back in session and calls number 23 CCCR 1384. Case of style of state of Texas versus Carbon Jade Rayleigh. Carbon Jade Rayleigh was scheduled to be in court this morning at 9 a.m. At about 9 a.m., the court's merely called the name of Carbon Rayleigh at the courthouse door. Carbon Rayleigh did not answer. A reasonable time has passed to give Carbon Rayleigh an opportunity to appear in court. Carbon Rayleigh has not appeared in court. The time now is 10:23 a.m. on today's date of October 9th of 2024. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Carbon Rayleigh? Okay, Carbon Rayleigh's name was just called at the courthouse door. Carbon Rayleigh did not answer. A reasonable time has passed to give Carbon Rayleigh an opportunity to appear in court. State, do you have a motion? That motion will be granted. Next case is cause number 23 CCCR 1582. Case is style the state of Texas versus Catherine Jones. Catherine Jones was scheduled to be in court this morning for the announcement docket, which was scheduled on the day's date of October 9th, 2024 at 9 a.m. At or about 9 a.m., the court's bailiff called the name of Catherine Jones at the courthouse door. Catherine Jones did not answer. The time now is 10:24 a.m. on today's date. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Catherine Jones at the courthouse door? What? Oh, oh,
Catherine Jones.
yeah, hold on, okay, on the way to you. Okay, well, the court has just received information that the attorney has faxed some information regarding Ms. Jones, who's currently in the hospital. Okay, so the court is not going to forfeit that bond. That case will be reset. Jerome Holland. This is cause number 24 CCCR 0744. Case is style of state of Texas versus Jerome Holland. Jatane Holland was, well, I see he's supposed to have he checked in. Do you have him checking in? He didn't
Checked in at the front desk.
Okay, well, I didn't know that. I mean, so he checked in with
With Jennifer.
Jennifer? Okay. Raul Jimenez? That's him?
He's here.
Okay, Mr. Jimenez, would you please come forward?
Excuse, sir.
Yes, you may be excused.
Thank you.
Mr. Jimenez, your full name is Raul Jimenez?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Jimenez?
Pretty good.
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Now, Mr. Jimenez, where your case was reset to give you an opportunity to hire an attorney. Is that correct? I see here that your case has been reset 2 times. Have you hired your attorney?
Yeah, I couldn't afford it.
Okay, well, you here to see if you qualify for a court-appointed attorney? Okay, we're gonna need to give him some paperwork. Mr. Now, this document, I'm gonna go over this document with you. The first document is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights of Defendants Without an Attorney. Do you see that title? Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. Okay, now, it states that as a defendant in a criminal case, you have 3 options. I'm gonna just go down this document with you. Number one, you can look at that. Number one, you can hire an attorney. Do you understand that option? Number two, if you want an attorney, but you can't afford to hire an attorney, you can request that an attorney be appointed to represent you. Do you understand that option?
Sir.
Number three, you may represent yourself. That is, you can waive your right to an attorney or give up your right to have an attorney represent yourself. Do you understand that option? Now, if you want an attorney and you have enough money to hire an attorney, your case will be reset to give you time to hire an attorney. Reset means you're given another court date so that you can hire an attorney. The next paragraph states that if you want an attorney but you cannot afford to hire one, you can request that an attorney be appointed to represent you, but you must first sign a financial questionnaire so that the court can determine whether or not you qualify for a court-appointed attorney. The financial questionnaire is another document on that clipboard. You can turn to it. It's titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence. Once you turn to that document on the clipboard, is it the second page, Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence? Or does that say waiver?
There's a waiver.
Okay, go to the next page. You see Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence at the top?
Yeah.
Okay, that document has 3 pages. You will fill out the first page. Now go to the second page. And on the second page, there's a box that says Defendant's Oath. You read and fill that out. And then you go to the bottom of the document where it says Unsworn Declaration. Do you see that? You'll fill that box out as well. And then once you fill that out, you'll stop. Okay, now go back to the first document. Judge's explanation of rights to defendants without an attorney. And I'll just pick up where I left off. Now, the next little one-sentence paragraph states that you may not talk to the prosecutor unless you first sign a written waiver. That's for individuals who will be representing themselves. You're not representing yourself. But if you were representing yourself, I'm gonna read the next paragraph, and the next paragraph says that you should be aware that there are dangers and disadvantages of self-representation. Waiving your right for an attorney and representing yourself may result in the worst outcome for you, including your case, including the loss of significant rights and opportunities relating to 1, military service, possession of a firearm, housing and public benefits, child custody, immigration status for non-citizens, and employment. And the last sentence says that if you want to represent yourself, you may change your mind at any time and request that an attorney be appointed to represent you. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, at the bottom of that document in bold letters, it states, defendant's choice, mark initials next to only one choice. If your choice is to hire your own attorney, you'll place your initials on the first line to the left. If you've already hired an attorney to represent you, in this case, you place your initials on the second line to the left and the name of the attorney on the line to the right. If your choice is to request or ask for a court-appointed attorney, then you'll place your initials on the third line to the left. If you've already been appointed a court-appointed attorney, you place your initials on the fourth line to the left, the name of the attorney on the line to the right. If your choice is to waive your right to an attorney or give up your right to have an attorney and represent yourself, then you'll place your initials on the fifth line to the left. Now, once you finish initialing one of the 5 lines to the left, you will sign your name at the bottom of the document on the line that is titled Defendant, and you will date it today's date, October 9th of 2024. All right. Now, you can take that clipboard and the pen, have a seat in that chair, finish filling out those 2 documents, and then when you finish, let the bailiff know, and then we're gonna ask you to come back up. Already did, Brad. Jimenez, that's Jimenez, okay. You gonna give us a reset date? Okay, this is cause number M 328-998, case of Style State of Texas versus Crystal Marie. Do you pronounce Hebert or Aber? Which, no, I'm not, how do you pronounce it?
I pronounce it.
Hebert, okay,
Hebert.
okay.
With my family saying.
I know. Well, but anyway, okay, so Miss Hebert, your case is gonna be reset. Give her a 30-day reset. She says she wants to hire. Now, if you hire an attorney, your attorney is going to send a letter of representation to the court. Well, actually, your attorney will have to do a motion to substitute. So whoever you hire, you need to inform them that you have a court-appointed attorney so that they know that they have to file a motion to substitute instead of a letter of representation. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. So give us a reset date, just 30 days. Okay, this case is gonna be reset to November 13th, 2024. Once you get your reset from from our court coordinator, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. Okay. Okay, Mr. LeBlanc. You have a call Samson Solomon. What happened now? Is he still in LaSalle unit?
I believe so, Judge. I went to drug court and they said that he wasn't there, so their case is gonna be reset.
Did they give you a date? Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna reset it on this day, on the same day that they reset it, but because I assume they're gonna do a bench warrant. And once we get him over that bench warrant, we should be able to handle this matter on the same day. Okay? So you free to go? And I think, oh, you had a client. Yes.
I was thinking it would be
Yeah, right. So they dismissed that one. Okay.
good.
You're welcome. Galmo, okay. I forgot he had. Mr. Grove, Mr. Galmore, Mr. Vasquez. This is cause number 23 CCCR 0492, case of Style State of Texas versus Gregory Wayne Lewis. Mr. Lewis, I see here that you had a felony case set today. Is that correct? And what happened in your felony?
Oh, they gave me a reset.
Did they give you some paperwork? Okay. So, could you? Okay, we're gonna check to see if they put it in the computer. And once we check, if it's not in the computer, then you'll be free to go. Stay in contact with your attorney, your bondsman, because they will be given your reset dates. And once we find out, we're gonna send notice to your attorney, your bondsman on the reset in this case on the same day. Okay? Yes, he's the last one on page 8. Gregory Wayne Lewis. This is. Yeah, Gregory Wayne, the last, well, yes, but y'all docket is a little different.
Yeah, ours is different.
Okay, so your case is gonna be reset. They hadn't put a new court date in, as I mentioned to you earlier. Once we get the date, we're gonna send a letter to your attorney and your bondsman, setting this case on the same day. So on that day that you come for the felony, make sure that you come here, check in here first, and then go take care of your matter in the district court. Then you come back here. All right, so you're free to go and you have a blessed day. No, he doesn't.
Yeah, to hire.
Oh, you was? Okay. This case is styled State of Texas versus Wilfred Eric Marks. Mr. Marks, is that your full name?
Yes.
How are you doing, Mr. Marks? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Marks, you represented your case by your attorney Dustin Galmore. Mr. Galmore, what is your announcement in Mr. Marks' case?
Judge, first of all, we have an issue in this case where the complainant and the defendant are divorced, and they are ordered by the family court to put their house on the market. In order to do so, they have to move everything out. And the two of them are not allowed to be around each other because of the bond condition in place. And both of them are requesting to modify that condition so that they can go to their house and load it up and move the belongings out of there per the orders of the divorce court.
Okay, have you talked to the complaining witness?
I spoke with her today, and the issue with it is the duration of time that would be required for the bond condition to be either suspended or changed, and which it seems from after speaking to the complaining witness, that it would be a period of 4 to 5 days, which the state would be concerned for her safety during that time.
What we could do, Judge, though, is if the court modified the condition to allow them to be at the house, only that house together for that time frame, you could order that there must be a third party present at all times, so that there is always a third person, and it could be at the choosing of the
Third person have to be law enforcement.
Well, the problem is that law enforcement, obviously from doing divorce court back in the day, that law enforcement will not always come out, and especially for 4 days. They're not going to stay out there for 8
Well, I don't
days,
know,
4 days.
I don't know no other way how we're gonna be able to protect the complaining witness in the case. That's the issue.
The other issue, she's trying to drop the case, but because
Well-
of the end of the timeline to do so.
Well,
she
but
can't
I mean,
do it right
that's
now.
court is not privy to that information. That information is not of no consequence at this point, because what we're trying to do is consider
Any idea the court has, we're entertaining.
I don't know. I mean, you're gonna have to talk to family court. They're the ones who issued the order. I don't know whoever his family law attorney is, or his divorce attorney. They may have to get back in the court
I mean, we use the same forms.
Usually gonna say they have the same lawyer. Yes. The issue though is that no matter how long it's postponed, if there's an order that says they can't go to the house and unpack their house.
Well, they can't be there together.
I think the issue, she's elderly and not physically able to load those types of belongings.
Or she may have to get somebody, I mean, I don't know, I don't think she necessarily need him if there's been an issue of family violence. I mean, she had to get someone else, moving company or something.
Can we reset this case into the week of the 24th? Which should give it could give the state enough time to determine if she wants to go through options clause or not. I don't know if that's enough time or not, but it might be. But number two is the time they need to start moving is that week. And at least from now until then, maybe we can figure out some alternative arrangements that we can present to the court, or maybe the case would be dismissed.
State, you have any?
I don't have any objections to being moved to the week of the 24th.
It's October 24th.
October 24th. And I know that he's a ship captain. He'll be off the boat on the 24th, so we would ask for maybe the 25th.
Okay, this case will be reset October 25th, 2024. Okay. Once you get your reset from your attorney,
Yeah. Okay, the court has court on Friday. October 25th is a Friday.
we have,
That's
we're gonna have it, I mean, we'll have it on that day.
Okay, perfect.
10:25.
Yeah. Okay,
Thank you, Judge.
okay.
We gotta talk about that day, Judge.
Court is in session and cause number 23 CCCR 0768, case is styled the state of Texas versus Raul Jimenez. Mr. Jimenez, is that your full name? Mr. Jimenez, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Jimenez, do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Mr. Jimenez, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Jimenez? That's good. Now, Mr. Jimenez, I have before me two documents. The first document is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. You recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? And are these your initials on the line that state you'd like to apply for a court-appointed attorney? I also have another document that is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Interest. Do you recognize this document? On page 2 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant Signature. Is this your signature? Mr. Jimenez, before you sign and initial these documents, did you read the documents? And did you understand what you read? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Okay, Mr. Jimenez, I read your answers. Based on your answers, you meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney. An attorney that will be appointed to represent you in this case is Attorney William Wilkerson. Attorney Wilkerson will be given information to contact you. You will also be given information to contact him. Our court coordinator will give you that information. Once she gives you that information, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Please have a seat in that first chair on the wall. Okay. Well, Jefferson County Court at law number 2 is now in session. The court is in session. And clause number 24 CCCR 2268. Case is style of state of Texas versus Douglas Wayne Spiller Jr. Mr. Spiller, is that your full name? Mr. Spiller, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Spiller, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Spiller, how are you doing? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Spiller, you're representing your case by your attorney, Attorney Joel Vasquez. Attorney Vasquez was here earlier. In your case, you presented a motion to forfeit. Do you recognize this motion, forfeit the weapon in this case to the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office? And is this your signature in this motion? Now, before you signed this motion, did your attorney go over this document with you? Did you understand what you read? That he did you understand everything that he went over? Is everything in this document true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Mr. Spiller, do you want the court to grant this motion to forfeit the weapon in this case to the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office? Okay, the court is going to grant this motion. I'm signing the motion as I speak. Now, Mr. Spiller, I've just signed this motion to forfeit the weapon to to the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. Now, Mr. Spiller, I also have before me a motion to dismiss this case. Is that correct, state?
That's correct, Your Honor.
And Mr. Spiller, the state is dismissing this case upon the agreement for forfeiture of weapon in this case to the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office, and the court is signing the dismissal. Okay, now, Mr. Spiller, the court is signing this motion to forfeit the weapon to the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. This will conclude your case. Please follow the bailiff, and you have a blessed day.
Judge, may I approach your bench?
Yes, yes. Will you-
I'm probably the last one.
No, we got some more.
Oh, okay, right. At least I'm a head right.
Okay, this is Gary Darcy the third.
Yes, Mr. Dorsey.
Darcy, we have two cases, cause numbers 24 CCCR 1468, cause number 24 CCCR 1469, both cases. Style of the state of Texas versus Gary Darcy third. Mr. Darcy, how are you doing? That's good, Mr. Darcy. You're represented in your cases by your attorney, Attorney David Grove. Attorney Grove, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, Judge. Thank you.
And Mr. Grove, what is your announcement in Mr. Darcy's
I'd
case?
like to ask for one reset. I received discovery and a plea bargain offer, and I believe we can dispose of the case, but we'd like a little time to do a little more investigation.
Okay, give us a reset date.
November 18th.
November 18th. This case is reset to November 18th, 2024. The attorney needs some time to do some more investigation in this case. The court is going to grant the attorney his request. Mr. Darcy, the attorney is going to give a copy of the reset to November 18th, 2024. Once you get a copy of the reset from your attorney, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Grove, once you get your reset, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you. Miss Lady. Take care of us.
Forgive me.
Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session in cause number 24 CCCR 2405. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Zakedra Janice Freddie. Ms. Freddie, would you please raise your right hand? Freddie, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Ms. Freddie, you may put your hand down. How you doing, Ms. Freddie? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Ms. Freddie, you're represented in your cases by your attorney, Attorney Donald Boudreaux. Attorney Boudreaux, how are you doing?
Yes, fine, sir.
Mr. Boudreaux, do you waive a record in Ms. Freddie's cases?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Freddie, in cause number 24 CCCR 2405, I have before me on my computer a document that is titled Information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that you, Zakedra Janice Freddie, on or about September 1st of 2024, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of resisting transportation. Ms. Freddie, do you understand what you've been charged with? And to this charge, how do you plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Now, you pleaded no contest freely and voluntarily? No, you pleaded no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges. Ms. Freddie, I have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. Do you recognize this document? On page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials on a line next to a box that's checked nolo contendere, which means no contest. Did you place your initials on this document? On page 3 of this same document, there is a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Is this your signature? On the next document that's titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. Okay, you didn't check no boxes.
I didn't put the check mark.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. You got it. Ms. Freddie, I have before me a document that is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. You recognize this document? Is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargaining case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement? The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement? I also have a document before me on paper that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
Is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? Freddie, before you sign and initial all of these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes.
And did you understand everything that your attorney went over? Is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Miss Freddie, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yeah, for stage 1.
You have any objections to state's
No,
exhibit
sir.
number 1? No objections. State's exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Boudreaux, you have advised and counseled Ms. Freddie. Is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, sir.
Ms. Freddie, your attorney, Mr. Boudreaux, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation? Ms. Freddie, I would accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
For the defendant's plea, the state has offered 1 year deferred probation with a $300 fine and 50 hours community service. In exchange for the plea on this case, the state will also be dismissing cause number 24 CCCR 2404.
What is the court cost? Huh? 300 on this one. You got that? It'll be 300 on the apartment because it's two cases.
Yeah.
Okay, Miss Freddie, the state is offering that you serve 1 year deferred adjudicated probation. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine, $300 for court costs of $277. You'll also be required to pay a probation fee of $6 a month, your analysis fee of $15 a month, reimbursement fee of $15. You'll be required to reimburse Jefferson County Court appointed attorney's fees of $300. The total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month while you're on probation, is $163 a month. Will you be able to pay the $163 each month?
Yes.
You'll also be required to perform 50 hours of community service. You will be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of this probation, and the state will be dismissing the companion case, cause number 24CCCR 2404. Ms. Freddie, do you understand the state's offer? Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just? And do you accept the state's offer? Ms. Freddie, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Now, Ms. Freddie, if you successfully complete this probationary period, this case will be dismissed. It would not result in a conviction on your record, and you may qualify for a non-disclosure. You can talk to your attorney about the non-disclosure because he's quite competent in those matters. Now, Ms. Freddie, please stand next to the bailiff, follow his directions. Once you finish following his directions, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day.
You too.
Good.
Yes.
It's coming.
Were you,
That's it, Brent.
were you going to be able to say that all now, the number of them talking about?
Oh, with the emergency service. Yeah.
Judge, he was telling me that he may not be able to pay everything because she's a teacher and she's got children at home. And I told her that you might add.
Now, let me ask you, sir, now, I'd asked you, did you pay the 163 a month? And you said yes.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to.
Well, that wasn't my question. Can you pay it or can you not pay it?
It is what it is. I can say.
So you can't pay the 163 a month.
Okay. Okay. Now,
Well, hold on a minute. She said she cannot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see her affidavit of injuries.
Okay.
Okay, Miss Freddie, I'm gonna show you a document. Okay, I have a document that is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence. I'm handing this document to your attorney, who will be handing it to you. Would you please look at that document? Ms. Freddie, do you recognize that document?
Yes,
On page 2 of that document, there's a signature in the top left-hand corner above a line that is titled Defendant Signature, top left. Is that your signature?
yes,
Okay, now, is everything in that document still true and correct today?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, let's see. See. Now, you currently working?
I'm a school teacher. I was working from
Let,
home.
let me see, okay,
I was working from home at the time, but when I came here, they took me to jail, I lost my job. So I just went back to being the teacher, my teacher job.
okay, so everything on this document is not true and correct, because on here, it stated that you was continuum of work from home. So you need to make the corrections on here. Yeah, she can have a seat at that table and she can make those corrections.
Just cross it out.
Yeah, you're gonna write in the whoever you're working with, you're gonna write that in, you're gonna have to write your correct amount that you're making as well. You can sit at that table right there. Okay. Mr. Kimler, you have um, Jatane Holland, please come forward. Does he have bond conditions in this case? He doesn't have- I know, probation. Not on this case, huh?
No felony.
Okay, no, but I'm just saying he has a DWI second.
He's reporting and being drug tested as part of this felony probation.
Okay, yeah, but he's supposed to have an interlock as part of the bond condition for DWI second.
Yeah, I have one, but when I went to jail, it got cut off. So-
No, they don't cut off,
No, you gotta pay it.
yeah, but I mean, this is, you have an interlock.
No, I got a smart, the carry kind.
Handheld.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I have one, but when I went to jail for 2 weeks, it cut off, I was paying, so it was ended up, and I get paid this Friday coming up, so that's when I be able to pay it back off, and I was in jail for 2 weeks.
You wanted to have it on his vehicle or a handheld?
yeah, it's supposed to be a,
We don't have a vehicle. Oh, he doesn't have.
yeah, what, For those bond conditions? If he didn't have it, let me see if he. Yeah, just set him right there. Yeah, I don't think, yeah, he has bond conditions.
He does.
Yeah, I'm looking at him, yeah, he has bond conditions. Yeah, he has bond conditions, okay. So you need to get that, the device reconnected,
I'm gonna have to do it Friday when I get paid.
okay? Now, Mr. Kimmler, what's your announcement, and Mr.
Your Honor, at this time,
Holmes,
I'd like to keep an announcement back that he said to have a contested hearing on court on MTRP, so if we could set it after.
when is that here?
I think you said it yet, it was this morning, so I don't know when it's been reset to. I don't know if it's in the system yet, we'll be resetting that. No,
So we're gonna reset it, but we're gonna have to reset it after,
well, just.
You want it on the
I would
same
just
day?
Keep it same day.
okay. Okay, so we're gonna reset it on the same day that this felon,
He's gonna be a contested hearing, so later
Okay,
know if he's
we'll
revoked
know.
or he's on probation
Okay.
that day, so.
okay. So, on that date, come here, check in, go take care of that, and then y'all need to come back here and let us know what happened. Okay, so you're free to go.
Be back here on the same day.
Okay, you have a blessed day. Joshua
Get that,
Cormier,
get that, yeah, right.
this is Joshua DeAndre Cormier.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Cormier?
I'm doing good, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Cormier, you represented by your attorney. Attorney Kimmler, what's your announcement, Ms. Cormier's
Trial.
name?
Sir?
Drop, reset for, I didn't catch it at first. I thought- That's what it sounded like, Yo, what's the, reset date? December what? Second. So this case is reset to December 2nd for trial. Mr. Cormier, you're gonna get your reset from your attorney. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you're free to go. You have a blessed day. Nancy, is that Bellinger or Bellinger?
Bellinger.
Bellinger? Ms. Bellinger, you have two cases, cause number 24 CCCR 1418 and cause number 24 CCCR 1464. Both cases are style of state of Texas versus Nancy M. Bellinger. Ms. Bellinger, how are you doing? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. And Mr. Kimmler, what's your announcement in Bellinger's cases?
Trial.
Okay, gonna reset this for trial. And the same day. Oh, we had a letter from you for, on a trial protection.
Mm-hmm.
On what date is that?
November
Well, it's
4th.
gonna be May something of 2025,
Oh,
and then another one's closer to that.
November,
128.
huh?
I have two, one's out of the 128th in Orange, which is probably like November,
It's November 4th.
and then
Okay.
the other one's for May, and that's.
Okay, this is gonna be December 2nd, so we still good, right? December 2nd. Okay,
All right,
you free to go, Ms. Bellinger, stay in contact with your attorney and your boss when you have a blessed day. And you free to go as well, Mr. Kimmler? Do we have,
Well, he didn't want the copy of the reset, right?
Mel, do you want a copy of your reset?
No, yes.
Just wait.
and,
You can have the seat, ma'am. Right there.
are we ready on, you're gonna have to send Miss Freddie's case back to me. What we doing on Miss Freddie? Oh, Okay, let's see, the court is gonna find that you're indigent. And let's see.
Let me get him, then he said, and then I'm gonna, it's ready. Call me again?
Let's see. Yes, okay. This is cause number, court is back in session. And cause number 24CCCR 2405. Previously, Ms. Freddie pled no contest to the charge of resisting transportation. Her attorney, Mr. Boudreaux, waived the record in this case. Mr. Freddie acknowledged that her signature and initials on State's Exhibit number 1. She also acknowledged that her signature was on trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal. And she also acknowledged that she understood that she did not have a right to, that because this was a plea bargain case, she had no right to an appeal, and that she was waiving her appeal. She stated that she was a citizen of the United States. Mr. Boudreaux stated that there was no evidence that she's currently mentally incompetent to stand trial. She stated that she was satisfied with the services of Mr. Boudreaux. And the state offered that she serve 1 year deferred adjudicated probation with a fine of $300 plus court costs, 50 hours of community service. And the state will be dismissing the companion case cause number 24CCCR 2404. And the state has found that I've read the affidavit of indigence. The state has found that Ms. Freddie is indigent. And based on the finding of indigency, pursuant to Article 42.15 Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, the fine and court costs in this case, the fine of $300 and court costs of $277, which comes to a total of $577, will be converted to 46 hours of community service. The attorney's fees of $300 in this case will be waived pursuant to Article 26.05 G-11 Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. The reimbursement fee of $15 will also be waived pursuant to Article 102.018 Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. The probation fee in this case will be reduced to the statutory minimum of $25 a month. And Ms. Freddie, your total amount that you're required to pay each month while you're on probation is $44 a month. Will you be able to pay the $44 each month?
Yes.
You'll also be required, you will also be required to perform 50 hours of community service in addition to the 46 hours of community service. So you're required to serve or perform a total of 96 hours of community service. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And the state will be dismissing the companion case, cause number 24CCCR 2404. Now, Ms. Freddie, you understand the state's offer?
Yeah.
You think the state's offer and the court's finding is fair and just?
Yeah.
And do you accept the state's offer and the court's finding?
Yeah.
Okay, Ms. Freddie, just have a seat, and the court coordinator is gonna, fill out the paperwork. And she's gonna ask you that you come to the window. Once you come to the window, you're gonna follow directions of the bailiff. Okay, and I think this will conclude the calling of the court's, announcement docket and the motion revoke probation docket. Both dockets are scheduled today at 9 AM on October 9th of 2024 in County Court at Law Number 2. Judge Terrence L. Holmes presiding. Everyone, please have a blessed day. Prosecutors, your excuse.
Thank you, Judge.